Welcome to another episode of I Don't Look Like What I've Been Through with EJayShonte. I am EJayShonte, and today's therapy session is going to be on daddy issues. I call it Daddy Issues My Ass. I went on Google to search to see what the definition they have for daddy issues. And since I'm black, I used the urbandictionary.com. And it says when someone with a bad or non-existent relationship with their father, or when someone has a no good father figure in their life. So let me tell you what really tripped me out when I was reading. They gave 4 examples for women, but they only gave 1 example for men. As far as who has daddy issues or the reasons for their daddy issues, the things that they do because of daddy issues, so to say. Now, before I even really get started with this, let me let you know I don't believe there is a such thing as daddy issues. I don't believe there's a such thing. I believe that that's just a tag or a name that they've given to an issue that gives an overall definition of why somebody does something, so it makes it a lot simpler to deal with or easily downplay what's really going on with the person. So, with that being said, I'm gonna call bullshit on daddy issues and use this as an example. So they say that women who are looking for older men or women who suffer from daddy issues. Now, I don't know who you know, but the women that I know that I've seen that date or are married to older men, the men in their lives either have financial stability or have been on their job for years where, they have a good standing in the job career industry, which creates security for that woman, also creates financial stability for that woman, also makes her feel like she got somewhere she gonna be for a while. And another perk about having an older man, from based on what my friends tell me, is they don't want any more children. So, they kids are either around the same age as my friend or, a little bit older than my friend. But at any rate, they don't want any more children. So that works out great for the both of them. And then, you go into the what they call it, the arm candy. She gets spoiled. She gets taken care of. I got a couple of friends down here in Florida. One girl I know met her husband on a private jet. She was the stewardess, and he owns some kind of technology company. And when I say she quit her job, and she is all of 32 and he is all of 61, and she is over there living her best life in that Florida mansion she got over there. And I love when she called me and say, "Can you come over? I'm bored." Girl, yes. All the best liquor and all the best seafood you could ever come across. She don't look like she got damn daddy issue. So I don't agree. I mean, I just feel like they just make an excuse for, saying that they don't believe a woman should be doing something they don't think is right. Dating an older man, she got daddy issues. So a man that's dating a younger woman, got daughter issues? Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, so the second thing they referred to was the stripper. Oh, I've heard this joke so many times about strippers having daddy issues. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had the body of a stripper, but I have always wanted to be a stripper. Them girls got it going on. Women, sorry, got it going on to me. I'm sorry. Like, the strength of their legs in some of the performances that I have seen, I'd be like, damn, really? Like, I've even been to a club with one of my friends, and she literally had an act where she did some shit like off the ceiling, gets back on the pole with her legs, slides down the pole with her legs into a split with no bra on and a G-string. Okay, I know some women that's got some boobs so big, them hoes can't run down the block without knocking themselves unconscious. So if you can do all that on a pole and, do the flippity flip, and hey, I don't know any of my friends that's got daddy issues that strip. I see they make money, and that's all I see. And I see being entertained by what they do, and that's it. I mean, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying anybody that's got into the industry any other way than a normal, just this is what I want to do kind of thing. Not knocking nobody's nothing. I'm talking about under normal circumstances. I don't know what anybody's background is, but I'm basing this off the women that I know. I don't see daddy issues. And even I'm gonna go even so far as, like, I watched the video on YouTube with Cardi B leaving work once, like one of her old YouTube videos when she was like out there stripping, and like I had to watch it twice because it took me a minute to grasp the concept that this lady is walking out of her job with 2 30-gallon trash bags full of money that she just made in one night. That don't look like a daddy issue to me. That look like a money issue to me. That look like she is out there trying to get it, and look like she got it and did some. So I don't know. I just don't believe that there are any such thing. There is a such thing as a daddy issue. Now, as far as me and my daddy is concerned, I'm not gonna say I had the greatest daddy. So I'm gonna start there. My daddy sucked, and he was not an abusive dad. Like, he didn't beat on me or talk down to me. He was just mean to me. Like, it was just like he didn't know how to be a daddy. And it's crazy because his daddy was in his life his entire life. His daddy died when he was an adult and had kids. I remember Pop. So he had his daddy in his life. So why he sucked so bad as a dad, I guess, I don't know if he was raised wrong or he was just told the wrong thing. I don't know. Let me give you an example. Okay. So when I was about 8, if you guys have read my book, God's Broken Little Angel, I think I got this in there. But if not, let me tell you about my dad. So my dad was going to teach me how to swim. My dad is an amazing swimmer. My dad is one of the best swimmers that I had ever known. Like, he could swim like a fish. And it was crazy because the dude was like 6'1", 300 and like 20, 30 pounds. But the man, he can swim. Loved that my daddy could swim. So when he told me he was going to teach me how to swim, I was really excited about learning how to swim. One thing, we lived in California, and everybody knew how to swim in California. In our building that we lived in, most of the buildings were built in like a circular kind of form, or octagon kind of form, and in the middle of the building was always a pool. And I used to love going out there to go swimming because, the bigger kids would be swimming down to the 6 feet, but I can never go further than 3 feet because I didn't know how to swim. So when he offered to teach me how to swim, I was so excited because I've seen my daddy swim. So we go outside, we stand on the side of the pool, he take me down there, and before we even hit the water, I'm getting like this 30 to 40 minute lesson on how to stand, how to bend, how to form, what to do. He's testing how long I can hold my breath, all this stuff. We do this for like 30, 40 minutes, and now it's time to swim. So he jumps in, he swims from one end of the pool to the other end of the pool, gets out, and then asks me, am I ready? I'm geeked. Yes, I'm ready. So I'm walking towards the 3 feet, and he's walking towards the 6 feet. He's like, come on, turn around. I'll follow him. I don't know what's going on here, but okay. Takes me down there. This motherfucker throws me in the 6 feet. Just bam. Just throws me in. I am fucking drowning. Like, I'm going under. And he's standing there. And every time I come up for air, all I can hear is him screaming, you ain't doing what I showed you. Swing your arms, cuff your hands. I'm fucking drowning, bro. This is my first time in water where I can't touch the bottom of the pool, and you screaming, follow instructions that you gave me, motherfucker, save me. So, like, I'm kicking. I finally kick myself to the end of the pool, get up, he pulls me out by one arm, and he's like yelling, I'm choking. He patting me on my back. You all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. He's like, do you remember anything I told you? And I'm like, yeah, I remember. He's like, all right then, good. How you hold your arms? I show him, the look. Cuff your arms, cuff your hands, pull the water back. All right, you paying attention. he throws my ass back into the water to 6 feet again. What in all the hell? I swear I look back on it now and laugh, but as a kid, I was like, what, 8, 9 years old? He traumatized the shit out of me. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? I finally get to the end of the pool yet again. Pull me up by my arm. At this point, he fed up. He, take your ass upstairs. You don't listen to shit I tell you to do. I can't believe you went out here and almost fucking drowned. I done said and told you how to swim. What the? Man, come on. That didn't make me not want to swim anymore. That made me not like his ass because he was already mean on a regular basis. Now you tell me you going to take me outside to teach me how to swim. And this is how you teach me how to swim? And then you go in there. I don't even get to tell my mama, what done really happened. Because if my mama found out what done really happened, my mama gonna go in on your ass about how you done threw her baby in the pool. So you go in there and she don't follow instructions, man. She ain't learn shit. Man, I let the older kids in the building teach me how to swim. I was fucking with him no more when it came to water. That was a no. Until I learned how to swim, I never swam with my dad again after that. Until I learned how to swim on my own. It was shit like that. It was like, we wasn't no hugging in the household or no, daddy loves you or that kind of mushy shit that you see on TV or hell, even the shit that I saw with, my daughter and her dad, I never got treated like that with my dad. So it wasn't that he wasn't hateful towards me. It was just like, I don't know. Dude just didn't know how to be a dad. And it wasn't like the only time he did that kind of shit. It was like teaching me how to ride a bike. My grandma and my granddad on my mom's side had bought me this bicycle. It was a Huffy. And they bought it when we lived in East St. Louis. But when we moved to California, I still didn't know how to ride the bike. The bike still had like training wheels on it. It was like a yellow and black Huffy bike. I loved that bike. I had got it for like my 5th birthday or something. But I was too little to ride it because they bought me like a full-size like dirt bike. Grandma and granddad used to just like go in the forest, So we take the bike to California. Now where we lived was called Hollywood Hills. It was hilliest hill in California. And the street we lived on was called Hillcrest. And at the top of Hillcrest there was like this park. So I had seen plenty of people get taught how to ride their bike upstairs at the top of the hill, at the park. So when my dad comes to me and tells me he's going to teach me how to ride my bike, that's the first thing I'm thinking is that's where we going. So mind you, keep in mind, I told you my daddy's like 6'1", 3 something. The way that I saw people ride that bike, they daddy run on the side of it. My daddy's kind of big guy, breathe a little heavy. So, we're going to probably have to go a little slow, but I'm ready. So we get up there to the top of the hill, and instead of crossing the street and going to the park, it still turns the bike around towards going downhill. You already know. So he puts me on the bike, me trusting him. He's like, let me see you balance. We practice balancing and shit for a little bit. And, after we practice balancing and everything, I finally stay up long enough where he feel like, okay, I'm justifiable. I can, at least know how to balance myself. Had me practice hitting the brake towards the back, make sure I can stop the bike. I, 15, 20 minutes letting on balancing and going backwards on the bike to stop. Now keep in mind, this is the 80s. I ain't got no helmet. I ain't got no elbow pads, knee pads. I got no long pants and t-shirts. California is about 100 degrees. And this is what we finna train me to ride a bike in. In my head, I'm thinking, even as an 8, 9-year-old, bro is not going to be able to run on the side of me going down this hill that fast. What is he doing? But I'm sure he's not finna just let me go. So he must got a plan. Let's go. Are you ready? I answer, yes, I'm ready. This motherfucker lets the bike go and I go flying down the hill. I'm talking about, I'm flying down the hill so fast, I'm terrified. Like, what in the hell? At this point, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't even think straight. I can hear him in the back. Put on the brakes, put on the brakes. What the fuck did I tell you? Put on the brakes. Get the bike straight. Stand up. What in the fuck? I can't remember nothing. I just crashed into the first wall that I see, which is this little half wall in the apartment complex that's sitting next to us. I hit the wall full throttle.